screen right now. So what I tend to do is that, there's 1 minute prior to the actual report. Alright, based on the 5 minutes, I know there's a lot. Based on the spread, 2.3. So what I tend to do first, I need to look at the bigger time frame. So I like spinning tops, and the reason for it is because especially things with the upper shadows, that they need to tend to have a look or tend to come back up at one point in time. Alright, so whatever the report is, it's a little bit, like there's not much movement, but because it's a medium impact. Okay, in actual fact, net gain is also actually pretty good. Someone asked me, I think that was John. Dania has a really good, because I know, because we use CMC and they have Reuters news that goes instantaneously, and that Dania, also is not too bad actually. Hey, look at that, U-turn pound against the Aussie close. Sorry, your stocks futures at 0.5, Japan Nikkei 5, okay, 1.53, so there's really nothing through there. Okay, yeah, can you let me see through that? Okay, so it's pretty good. So 0.1, right? It's positive news. So if you want to know more, what does it do? Based on the actual, based on the forecast on June 26th. Measures level composite index based on surveyed consumers. If the actual is greater than forecast, it is good for the currency. So which came back up, which is not too bad. Traders care. Financial confidence is a leading indicator for consumer spending, which accounts for a majority of overall economic activity. Okay, which makes sense. So it's consumer climate. All right, and all day we have a German prelim, consumer price index, Spanish GDP, retail, purchasing managers index, and then you have Italian 10-year bond. That's also going to be a big one. So there's quite a few in terms of a medium impact, depending on which site you use. Some will be, they're like probably on the medium, some will be a little bit more on a higher note. Okay, so there you go. What I tend to do, like I said, on the bigger time frame, we need to look on the bigger time frame. So we can see here it's just channeling between 2 points, but in actual fact, this is also dead giveaway. So we have a lower low, higher low on the channeling point of view. Put through that, and another one. From there too, that's on the maximum. We have an equilibrium area. So demand supply equilibrium. So for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21 hours doing nothing, which makes sense because on the bigger time frame or the daily, it's pretty much just simply a doji. So in my own perspective, in my own point of view, yeah, we're in an uptrend. Notice how you have now that new low right there. What is that high? 32.96, 32.94. So from higher high, higher low at the moment. I know it's not over yet within the day, but if it breaks through, then you're going to create a new higher high somewhere sometime in the long run. Okay, so daily chart, I'm in an uptrend, 1 hour sideways movement, but you can see we have a higher low perspective. Okay, now on 30 minutes, it's based on M2 right there. I'll take that off. So from last 30 minutes, they're trying to see when it's a bullish, came back down. Now on the 30 minutes, on the other hand, we have a lower low, lower high. In the next 30 minutes, by 11:30, if the price doesn't want to break through that, then that's your new low. Then the next logical explanation will be a 32.70, which will create a new higher high to break through that 32.72. That's your equilibrium to go to the 32.95. Can it happen within Next 20 minutes, I don't know. Depends on what the news, because we have an all-day prelim CPI, Spanish GDP, then a tentative of a time 10-year bond. Okay, so pretty much an all-rounder till, who knows, until this one will finish. It says all day, so all day is all day. Okay, that is it pretty much in terms of a very procedural type in terms of MTFA, because it's based on 1 hour. Same thing apply for on a swing trading environment. Okay, swing trading, obviously we look at the weekly, so we're very bullish. I'm not going to go against that. That's also a dead giveaway already that, hey, the bulls are way too powerful from last week. The probability of, based on a continuation of the markets to continue to the 100% level, 34.15, around that level, is highly probable. No decrease in strength. In actual fact, decrease in strength, increase in strength. How about this month? This week. Who knows? How about on the monthly chart? Even the monthly chart dictating that the bulls are way too powerful. We have 2 more days, 29th, 30th, 31st. So it all depends on what that will do. Then next level is to fight 37.12. That's another close to 500 pips to the upside, right? So that's on a major longer term. Okay, and then based on the weekly, you go through your daily, same thing. It's bullish, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then makes sense, because if the bulls are currently in control from last week, and the probability for a continuation of the bulls to go through 34.15, smaller time frame, doing a correction before continuation of the momentum to the upside. Then you want to day trade it from a daily to 4 hour. Notice it's sitting a level of demand. So do you have to short that? There's no way to short that. They will take you out, depending on what the news is going to be. And then on 1 hour, better price of buying, in my own opinion, then easy can go all the way to 32.90 around that level. So to make 30-40 pips for a day trading environment is not too bad, not too shabby at all. Alright, so that's the one right there, but there's nothing. So in other words, the news didn't really affect it that much. It's not like last week, where, last week was actually pretty cool. 5 minutes. Yeah, it's just sitting through there at the moment. I'll go back to my 15, 30, and then 1 hour. All right, any questions?
No questions, Ray?
No questions.
All right, sweet. All righty then. And if there are no questions, what we can do today is you guys find current setups at the moment. Luther, John, and Jason do M1, Dean and Andres find M2 and M3, and see if you can find any setups. But if Andres, if you're still in the learning curve, you can find any. Don't worry about it. We'll look more into that today as well. All right. No, because there's, I don't know, did you guys trade the euro at all? Did you put in a trade? Did anyone put in a trade?
No, I haven't.
On that news, Ray?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay, that's fine. All right, let's find certain setups. Oh yeah, by the way, John, in regards to Aussie yen, did you trade it today?
No, it was negative news, so it went. I didn't trade it. I didn't short it. I was looking to go long on it, and the yen news wasn't significant, and the Aussie news was negative, so it went down.
Nice. Okay. Luther, I know you were looking at something today. I believe the euro against the yen, correct? And the Aussie against the dollar.
No, I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. I didn't do it. I took your advice. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yes, that was perfect. Okay, so today the Trader Dojo, we're gonna just share with you that there was, I think you were trying to buy it, right? Were you trying to, the plan was to buy it, Lolita?
Shorting it on an M. I was going to short it per M3.
Per M3? Okay. Oh, with
Uh-huh.
the Aussie against the dollar, right?
No, the yens,
Oh, the
the euro
yens.
yen. Uh-huh.
And then there is one you set up, you looked into it as well. I think you looked at the Aussie against the dollar, or my, because I was just writing notes on my end too.
I was looking at Aussie against the dollar.
Hmm.
I think I was looking at a M. What was that? I think I thought it was an M1 trade, but I didn't do either one. I didn't do the yens or that one.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
was more curious about the yens, but I took your advice and I didn't enter.
Okay, gotcha. Nice, thank you. All right, so here we go. I'll give you some tip based on this. When the market drops so significantly to the downside, and remember when in the art of the art and science of technical analysis that it has to stabilize. When the price tries to come back up, and in most cases it's not convincing enough for the market that it could reverse just automatically just like that, unless there's going to be some foreign news, or if they have really dictated part of that the low won't go below a certain low on the last low, and that the previous month could just be easily a either a sell-off, and then people are taking advantage to take basically the upside. But once a demand has a strong level demand has been broken, okay, let me clear pretty much. I don't want to clear those. Actually, I can clear those. Okay, let me share with you like this one. Really strong demand creates, especially this guy right here, really strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, try to rebound, and then out of nowhere, bam. There's a lot of selling on this one. Couldn't hack it anymore with such a big drop. The only logical explanation for the market to continue to drop even further is highly probable. So there's not enough buyers supporting the price, because after 1, 2, 3, came back down, 4, 5, came back up, 6, 7, 8. On the 10th try, this is where they pushed through. So what I'm trying to say is that these 2 months is totally different to these 2 months, these 2 months, these 3 months. This was a really powerful one. So there's a new change of direction to the downside. So we have a lower low, lower low. We have higher low. Okay, but it broke through that low and that low. So when price tries to come back up, it's not convincing enough for buyers that in terms of consumer confidence. When I say consumer confidence, I'm talking here about traders. That the confidence of traders to head back up to the upside is the probability to go up is really, really slim. So if I go back to the daily, see, notice how 1, 2, 3, it created a new high, and then we created new lower highs. 1, 2, create a new pivot. I know that we were all in this trade, and I actually did hop out just to take the profits, because every time it reaches 93, it comes back down. It goes to 93, comes back down. So rather take your profits and basically run. And the market will just give you those anyways. That's all there is. Regards will be, see, on these levels, from a demand perspective, supply equilibrium perspective, these levels I guarantee you will be your moving average, either to the heading above the moving average. Okay, in actual fact, let's add it in just to have a quick look. Yeah, so they're above the moving averages because it's on an equilibrium between a demand and supply. When they don't no longer feel safe around the supply level and a bigger time frame is too powerful to the downside, what they tend to do is that prior to the price going at 90.78, earlier or in the past since Friday, if I go through Friday, the price was 92.84, 92.96, and one point was actually even 93. So from yesterday alone, from 92, high 92.85. Well, we're in 92.88. 92.88. It was a very bullish bar. A much better deal, in actual fact, to buy at a level supply where something's going to the downside, yeah, you will lose. The probability of you getting taken is actually, or you losing is highly probable. So when that occurs, I've seen it almost 80 to 90% of the time, the price, they need to come back down because they need to retest the demand level. So we only have 2 more days left, right? The 29th, 30th, 31st. My projection, actually, I would like the price to come back as a doji 91.16. It even went even lower than that. So it's awesome. So as part of stability, part of the stabilization, before the market can rebound, they need to stabilize itself. And then, so for the advanced guys, what are we trying now to find over here? So if really we want to go long, to go to the second opportunity for us to go long, what are we looking for?
Higher low,
The
higher high.
trace.
Okay, let's start from you, John. Sorry, John.
So you're looking for that confirmation. You need that higher low and then higher high.
Okay, we have a higher low, then we have a lower low, higher low. So in other words, this will be the
Pivot.
pivot. Exactly. So with the current price at the moment, 90.80, and with the low, 90. Awesome price, right? Now we have like an 80, pretty much, I'm sorry, let's put in the bid. So the low is 89.97. 89, 87, it's like, yeah, 80 at something pips. So it's pretty cool. So we're getting now a much better price, cheaper price than at 92, oops, go through there, rather than at 92.50, even 93. So in other words, it dropped 100 and what? 90, actually 200 at something pips. Okay, so it's 90, 91, 92. Yeah, about more than 200 pips. So when the price, it's reaching through here, it also going to try and touch this. Because the daily is just so strong, too powerful. But we have a higher high. We have a lower low at this point, but there's no real evidence. So by tomorrow, what we want to see is that we want to see a doji at this level. Because if this one will break, then it'll be a failure. I mean, to go in actual fact for one day, 144 pips, 2 days, 222 pips. And to stabilize itself, 90 at something pips, 85 pips. So depending on where the close is going to be, you can go about 90 at something pips. So what I want is I want that low in the form of a doji. I don't want to go through this low by the end. Actually, I don't care because even the 29th, 30th, even if it breaks through that low, it'll still be part of July. So still not too bad. Then it might be on the 30th, 31st, it can come back up a little bit. So even when it finishes, pretty much at the moment, we have a gravestone doji terms of formation, even an inverted hammer, then even if the price comes back another 75 pips to the downside, then I'll be happy, because there is still the probability to fill in this blank right here as a form of a reversal. Okay, so hence to buy at this level to retest back to the level of demand is actually a bonus. I believe this will be a good trade for the next following, pretty soon, the time, because everything's about timing. This is going to be coming pretty soon, actually, shortly. Alright, so that's pretty much part of the MTFA. Okay, monthly, weekly, pretty cool. Look at it based on M3 as well. When I saw that I didn't want to go above the 10, that's like, you gotta get out. So it's just pretty much filling the gap and then whack. Then you have at one point, I think what they're going to tend to do here is now, just imagine this. It's going to flatline a little bit. 8 and 10 is going to meet, and then you'll see a crossover pretty much sometime in August. Then a proper correction and retracement will happen. To make a potential like 500, 600, even 700 pips with Aussie in the next couple of months, man, that's pretty big. It's a good bonus. So even you have one trade from now to the end of the year, that will be pretty much, you'll end up very positive, a lot of money by the end of the year, right? If it goes 600, 700 pips. So that's, you focus with one trade, that's your Christmas. So yeah, so we're gonna wait, but that's pretty much how the market works. Okay, right. Going through, I think the other one was the euro against the yen. So lucky, didn't want to, because when the price as well drops too massively, especially 3 days in a row. This is one thing I don't like about an M3 methodology or any type using moving averages, is that when price is too volatile to the downside, don't chase it, you just have to wait. From the last high, we're currently now in a new low. So since we are in an uptrend, they have to retest all the way back to the equilibrium, and then we'll rethink whether a new continuation of the trend of that uptrend since June to continue to go through here, 134, even 135. So you'll see here, higher high, higher low, higher high. So in a method 1 perspective, it is a much better idea to go long because we are in the trend. Risks are pretty small. When it goes through there, it could retest again, and then bam, then it can come back down. So at this point, we are in a trending environment, right? Month is actually really important. Yeah. So notice you cannot go against this easily. This one can overturn to go 136, 140, even back to 160 by 2015. So we just don't know that, right? But from what we can see at the moment, so if you look at based on the angle perspective, right, to drop 5,000 pips, and if this is really one and part of the angle, then it's finally coming to its senses. It might come back down here all the way, then another steepness. So from here to there, 2008 to 2012, it took 4 years to drop 7,500. So 2012 plus 4 to 2016 to go back 7,000 pips, and that will be approximation of where the price is going to be as well on the 7,000 pips if it chooses to come back up. But on a perspective where from the low to the high, notice we're reaching the 50% level. Can they break the 50? Absolutely, but the first time it's retesting this level. These are really good strong supply. It also need a lot of buying power in order to break that guy right there. It took a lot of buying power to break that. Very strong. Retraced, another push, tested, rejected, testing it again. They're slowly poking, and then there's not enough sellers because no sellers are saying, well, I believe the value of the euro will be stronger than the yen, so resistance of sellers will decrease, and then buyers will overrule, go back to 149.8. The probability of that to go through there on a very longer term is highly probable. So just imagine if you have a 401k, so 401k for Dean is a self-managed super fund. So we actually been looking at this since 2012, even, since 2012. I know, I think Anna made a lot of money. I know I ran this all the way at 122, closed it all, and then kind of bought a little bit more, but this is for a longer term strategy. Okay, I love M3s for really longer term strategy, especially on a trending environment. So this one definitely has more room. There's nothing dictating it's actually going to fail on a bigger time frame. Weekly, same. You can see that. It's like a stair wall. So you're just touching through there, and then the probability to head back up is actually highly probable. On a M3 component, I actually didn't put this on the trade alert because it's more really longer term. Technically speaking, it really should be in there. I know there's could be a probability, but it's also in the level supply though. However, because it's in a trending market, kind of retesting it back, I believe this can continue to go further and push to the upside. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much part of the tips once again for M3s. Okay, I believe the euro pound yen same. They're just retracing. See, I think there's good high probability of, well, this one's lower lows. Euro and still different. You have higher lows. This one's lower lows. It's such a big drop. I would rather sell pretty much when it comes through around 99.09, so another 70, 80 pips. To the upside, totally different ball game. Pound against the yen. You're in an uptrend, so overall it's still pretty much in an uptrend trending environment. All right. Any questions?
No questions, right?
Nothing. Great. Then you guys then find setups for yourself, and if you guys want to enter something, go for it, and we're gonna discuss them as well. All right. I'll give you guys a few minutes, like 10, 15 minutes. I think that's more than good enough. Then we'll go through one by one and see what you guys have found. Alrighty. I will mute myself. Alright, sorry, I'm the one who's muted. Alrighty, Jason, we can't hear. Just in case that you are talking. Hello? There you go.
No, I wasn't talking. I was just,
Oh, you're finding stuff.
sorry.
Okay, alright. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's go through and have a look and see what you've found, any potential trends that you've got. So we'll start from you, Jason, and explain what you did find, if you have any potential trades or not.
Well, were we just, I don't know, were we just day trading these, or that's all I was doing? So basically, I got in here at this level of demand here, and I was in a downtrend, and I got stopped out, and I have no reason, I have no idea why. It was price was nowhere near the stop, so I just re-entered again, kept re-entering. It happened like twice. So
All right, let's go through this. The same, same mistake over and over again. Okay, let's go through. Let's ask, actually, the rest of the group, what do you think is happening? Did you say you went short or you went long?
I've been trying to go short on this right here for the last 3 attempts, and here's been my stop the first time, and it got up here, and it stopped me out. It wasn't even near the stop, so now I put it up the next high. So
Remember, you're
I
in
don't
the
know what's going on.
yeah, you're in the 5-minute chart, mate. So when you're having a 5-minute chart, imagine the spread. What is the spread for the Aussie yen? Since I don't have the Aussie yen, what is it?
Yeah, I think it's 2.5 or 2.9.
2.9. So
It's
make it
3.
3 on a based on a 5-minute. So you're selling based on the bid. If you're going to buy it back based on the ask, so if you're you put your stop within the 3 pip spread, they will take you. Right. So there's once again, what is your intention for doing this trade?
Just to catch it down to the next level of demand, which would have been right here. I got in here, so I was trying to catch about 20 pips, but the stop, I was losing money on the stop, so
Okay, 20
basically
pips.
lost money on this.
In actual fact, 20 pips on the 2.9, so you make it 3 pip spread. That's already a 6 pip spread. 3 times 2 in and out, so that's 6, right? So 19 minus 6 is how many? So in actual fact, you're getting only 13 pips. So it's a similar format, same process. If you're doing swing trading, you're buying or selling on a 5-minute chart. Where do you think should be, which time frame you'll be looking at in order for you to put in your stop losses and target points and stuff?
I mean, I'm not a day trader, so I don't know really the process for this, so I'm just going on the highs. But swing trading, I mean, I was going up the last high, right?
Like I said, the process is the same. The only difference basically is the time frame. So in terms of going through on the last high, right, if you're really going to put in the actual real stop, which time frame will be you looking at?
The 1 hour maybe.
What else in the 1 hour? You say 1 hour, what else?
Or the daily.
Not really quite on the daily because you're doing the momentum part of it. The idea is perfect for you to short based on the supply is perfect, but your risk is in the wrong spot. Okay, so and it's just
Yeah,
gonna be
I don't
it
know
is.
the answer to that question. Because I don't know where to put it on the 5-minute chart. If I'm trading on a 5-minute chart because of the class, I never really would trade on a 5-minute chart if I was day trading. So as far as where to put the stop on something like this, I don't know.
Okay, number one. Okay, so you're trading you're just trading for the sake of trading. There's no purpose in the way why you're trading then.
Well, I mean, I caught it in a level of supply and a downtrend. So,
Like I said, the idea is great, right? But in terms of the planning and preparation, so the question is, based on your plan and preparation, what's your intent?
just to make 12 pips or 13 pips to the downside.
Okay, 12 pips, 13 pips. Then, did you check based on the spread, based on the bid and the ask? Like, I mean, no offense, but it just means, a little bit of double checking within the rules, right? Part of your own set of rules. Okay, if I'm selling around this level, what should I really put my stop? Now, if you're putting on the last high, 59, 29, 38, technically speaking, you really shouldn't be stopped out if you're putting in the last high. So the question is, why are you being stopped out? That I
Well,
don't know.
first time I set the stops up, it was right here at 89.38.
So 89.38, but what is the entry price? Then the entry
Entry
price
price
should
is
be,
still over here. Open, it's 89.30.
that's the closing price. Sorry, you see, opening price is
Yeah.
89.25.
Right.
89.25A, 89.30. So there's a 5 pip, yeah, which makes sense. It's a 2 in, 2 out part of that. So I reckon your stop was in at 89. I mean, your stop was at 89.30. Your stop was in at 89.38.
Okay, yeah, so it was too tight.
Yeah. So once again, being meticulous is part of that, part of your planning. It's, you need to know really why you're trading. Part of you knowing why you really want to trade. You cannot just put in a trade for the sake of putting a trade. So I asked her actually earlier today, like, okay, you guys have 10, 20 minutes. Look for potential trades. The potential trades could mean from a day trading environment all the way to a swing trading environment. So if you chose this, then so be it. I mean, the process is correct. What was lacking was stops are too tight once again. Is it interesting? The same pattern, a bigger time frame. You get stopped out way too tightly. But other than that, pretty cool though. So you're in the money. Okay, cool. Well done, Jason. John, your turn. Let's see what you found.
Okay. Crap, let me see here. I'm trying to get it so it goes to the right screen. Can you see, are you seeing the US yen weekly right now, Ray?
Nope. Now I can
What are you
see
seeing?
Forex Factory.
Oh, you see four, oh man, dang it. Why is it doing it like that? Okay, so if I move this, so now if I move this, you see my desktop, huh?
Correctamundo can see a
Oh
nice
man, I gotta
rock.
figure out. I gotta figure out why it's doing that. Okay, that's all right. I'll drag it from the other screen over. Um, real quick, just because the pair I chose was the US yen, and I didn't know if we were sparring. You said find some M1 trades, so
Correct.
I didn't know what the intent was. But um, so let me see here. I gotta recycle this real quick. So looking at the news for Tuesday, because I'm doing the US yen. We've got some medium and high-level news for the dollar, and then got some medium-level news for the yen, all on the same day. So that's something to look at real quick because I am dealing with the dollar. You look at the dollar index on the daily; it's an uptrend overall, but the current trend has been down, and it's currently in a pivot formation, although the bulls are in control, but this candle is not completed yet. However, my forecast is that as long as it doesn't come down to test this secondary trend line, then I believe that it will move up to the 83.4 level, which is this next level of supply that I drew here. It's basically sitting on this level of demand, so I believe that's where it's going to be going. So I think the dollar is going to go back up and retrace to the upside following the overall trend. Except for the DX stock futures, everything's pretty much in the green from the U.S. indexes to the European and the Asian. They're all in the green with regards to the indexes going up. real quick on the indexes for the Dow Jones. Currently, right now, the bears are in control. A lot of stabilization, indecision over these last 6 candles. Did create a historical new high. Looking at this, if it was to retrace down, maybe down to the area of this former resistance right here at the 15,341. But I do believe if it does that, I believe it will still continue to go up following the overall trend with regards to the Dow Jones. I'll skip to the S&P. S&P looks very similar. So that's it for macro fundamentals. And I'm going to drag this chart over. Okay. Can you see it, Ray?
Oh, yep, yep.
Chart?
Can see
All
it.
right, cool. Okay, so on the weekly, you know, currently right now it's forming it for the dollar yen. It's forming a bit of a doji, and perfectly, I'd like to see this be like a pivot to go with the overall uptrend. Seems to be tacking right here off of this level of demand through an area of supply right here, based on this downtrend line and this 1, 2, 3, 4 uptrend line. I believe that on the weekly at least, there's a good chance that you get a good confirmation candle with a higher low and a higher high that on the weekly at least you could probably continue up to and test this downtrend line at the 100,394, which would be with the current uptrend. The trade's going to be in the daily. Oops, wrong thing. Trade's going to be in the daily. So look for M1s. I don't know. I mean, right now the pivot is forming, and obviously this demand line is not true because this candle hasn't finished. But I drew it in just because I think this is a good strong area of demand. The bulls are in charge, coming off of this pivot here with this good spinning top, and the overall trend is up, following the overall trend of the weekly, and there is this downtrend line forming this cone here, as it has been kind of consolidating into it, especially when we had this this lower low that broke this previous lower low. So I drew some objective fibs in here for you to look at, and so based on the confluence of these fibs, I believe that it's possible, especially with the news, that it could reach, you know, possibly, let's see here, catch it. Yeah, I think a good place to set the targets would be off the, I'd be okay with this last fib, you know, maybe setting a T1 on these based on these, or T2, T1, T2 off these two levels here at 99112 and 99573, just because the overall trend is up, and it seems to be, even though I think maybe the demand area would be a little bit lower here to be closer to this uptrend line, based on the formation of this pivot, I think there's a good chance that it will go up to those areas. And if you look at stochastics, it is in an oversold area, which also just kind of gives that extra support with regards to that lagging indicator. And as for an M2, obviously it needs this bar here has some ways to go to break that midpoint of the real body of this candle right here. Did you want me to look at? Do you want me to go through M3 for this as well, Ray, or just cover M1 for this? I don't hear anybody. Hey, Ray, you muted?
Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm muted. I'm sorry. Yeah, no. I think that's sorry. You know, you just read my mind. There's a potential M2 right there. Nice, beautiful, beautiful one.
I just wanted to cover entry. I just wanted to cover entry. So here in the 4-hour chart, right now, level of demand is right about here, and it's it's looking like it actually broke this previous supply line that I put in. No, actually, it didn't come on the, well, yeah, it did. But a preferable area to get in would be down in this area right here, maybe the 97.79, 97.8 area. We've got 14 hours left for this candle to complete, so there's opportunity for this to come down and get a better price. And that's let's see here, and of course, let's see here. If you were to jump in for a 4-hour, this would actually be a good place to jump in at, because it just went 2 out, and you could probably make some money off of this as well. And on the daily, there's no setup for M3 on daily. That's it.
All right, very nice. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Alrighty, Dean, your turn. See if you did find any potential M2 or M3 trades.
Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Hello.
Yep. Hello. Hello.
You hadn't actually got to the US yen, but the euro yen is in a similar position on the 4-hour chart for M3.
Very nice.
So how much time we got left? We got another two hours or so to go on that. Similarly, the pound yen is the same. So another couple of hours to wait on that one as well to go long. The euro yen actually on the weekly has just come back down near the 8 on the 10 after crossing. So on the weekly, it looks like probably a good position to go long if these two are above the 8 on the 10. Might be a good entrance to go long, purely based on M3. So that's those yens. Yeah, the others were a little bit really having to wait for the end of the week. Pound USD. Yeah, end of the week, you can't really tell at the stage.
Can't really tell. Yeah.
Still got too much time to go.
Nice.
Same with Euro. New Zealand USD. That looks like an entrance point there, really, because you've got two weeks have finished up above the 8 on the 10. We're only a couple of days in, so you could wait for it to come down here to minimise the risk. But yeah, could be a long on a weekly chart. The only thing with it is that if you're looking at the monthly is actually looking like a position to go short. So I'd probably wait another couple of days anyway, see what happens. That's as far as I've got.
Very nice. Thanks.
I went through the AU, the Euro, the Pound. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Thanks, Dean. So at least there's couple ones on the 4-hour chart. There's a good potential ones right there. Hint, hint. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Andres, we'll sit you out for now, right? Because I know you're pretty much a week. But at least you know what it's like. Lolitha, last one.
Actually, John and I chose the same pair, so and I didn't bother to look for another one.
No worries then. Not a problem. So great minds think alike. Okay, good. Seems pretty much in the same direction. No worries. Okay, then unless there's anything else you want to say, Lolitha, before I will take over.
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Alright, just perfect then. So 11:58, we have another 2 minutes prior to the next reporting based on the euro against the dollar. Scale back in basically as well. The spread is just way too tight because it's a 5-minute chart. So less than 1 minute. Actually, which one's the one with the intro? Okay, here we go. Just use this for now. 19, 20 seconds. So notice how they're pushing the price prior to that report. And what is a report? Okay, we can see how it stalled a little bit. Spreads get tighten up a little bit. 2.1, 2.3, and voila, there goes the new. It's the new one, basically. Oops. Based on the 1 hour, part of the indecision process. This is what's happening with sometimes with the pound, or the pound against the dollar, euro against the dollar. They will take people out a little bit and then bam, then come back up, but not you're retesting actually the actual price itself. Alright, let's go through what's happening with the news based on the Spanish flash GDP. No change at all. So in terms between the two, between the Spanish and the German consumer, we can actually really see it really clearly that it didn't really do much. It was hitting the sideways movement for the whole 1 hour. I know, I'm sorry, take it back. So just some movement just goes, yeah. Based on the 5 minutes, I mean, there's quite a lot of momentum. So there's a little bit more room based on that. See if they would be able to defeat that high price, 65, well, 64, 65. Now we're in the ask. Let me change it to the bid. 62 was the high of that one. So 63.1. 62.8. Okay, just close one. So back to the supply. Retesting. Go through a 15-minute time frame. Bulls are in control. There's more probably room in order for this to head back up. There we go. Broke through 63, 63.5, creating new highs. Next one, back to level supply, 32.70. Okay, 64, so reaching around these levels. That's based on a 15-minute chart, and I don't know, probably 30 minutes. Yep, so there's more room than we saw based on that 1 hour. Mini ones actually. Right. Okay. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's class. Let me just close that. That'll do, pig. Then we'll see you guys tomorrow. Any questions for tonight's class?
No questions, Ray.
Nothing. Alrighty. Then there's no questions. You guys have a good one. We'll see you then. Take care, guys.
All right, thanks, Ray.
Thanks,
No
Ray.
worries. Good job, Letha. Good job, guys. See you, Andres. See you, Dean.
Bye.
Oh, there he goes. Keep going. Yeah. All right. Bye.